Hi everyone, welcome back to Origami Canada. It's been a while. Today I would like to show you how to make kittens, small cats. Hope you enjoy. Like always, I'm gonna start off by using a square sheet of paper. And we're gonna start off by folding the diagonal. So if you've watched other videos, you should be pretty familiar with this step. A lot of our models tend to start with folding the diagonal. And what I always say is make sure you're lining the corners first, and then the edges will kind of align on its own. And when you're making the fold, make sure the corners are sharp. That way the fold is accurate. So use the side of your finger or your fingernails to scratch that fold. And we're gonna open it back up so we get a diagonal in the middle. Sounds good, guys? Should be pretty familiar with this step if you've seen our other videos. Now I'm gonna fold one edge towards the diagonal, like so. And I'm gonna do it to the edge next to it as well. So this side as well. I'm gonna fold it right towards the middle. And again, try to make sure you're aligning every fold that you're making. And use the side of your finger or your fingernails to scratch the fold. So make sure the model is flat. Awesome. Now I'm gonna fold the tip here, sharp edge. I'm gonna fold that towards the very top of the model. You'll notice we have this upside down diamond shape, and the tip should be exactly where the apex of this shape ends. So they should just like end right on each other essentially. Awesome. I'm gonna fold this back down. And now I'm gonna fold, so based on this line, there's a point here where that line ends, and from there I'm just gonna fold in the corner, this corner. I'm gonna fold in this corner in such a way that it touches the end of this line, but also this corner aligns with this color change or this layer of paper, like this. So this fold ends on this line that we just made, but the corner also ends on this line. They're aligned. I'm gonna repeat on this side. Again, this point, and after you sort of pinched it, align the corner to this vertical line here. Awesome. Now what I'm gonna do is align this newly made edge. So we basically made vertical edges here. Just gonna align this edge to this horizontal crease that we made earlier. So I'm just gonna fold it right on that crease, like this. And you are folding through some layers, so make sure you're hitting the corner here. So make sure your fold here ends on the corner and also passes through sort of the midpoint here. So notice how I tried to scratch it to make sure the crease is nice and sharp, as you can see. I'm gonna do the same thing on this edge to this line as well. So this way now. Just gonna align it right to that line here, like this. Aligning it to the line and then making the fold. And if you did everything properly, the two lines should meet in the middle. They should cross right in the middle like this. So notice how this X sort of ends right in the middle. That's exactly what we want. Okay, now we're going to basically combine these creases together, but before we do that, to make our jobs easier, I'm gonna flip to the back, and I'm going to basically make a horizontal crease right between that X. Or you can think of it as we're folding a crease right on this layer, like where the color changed for the piece of paper I am holding. You'll feel it with yours because there's a moment where you can't fold more unless you bring all of the layers up. This is where you want to fold it, like right on right when there's only one layer here, basically. You'll feel it when you're folding this step. So I'm just gonna make that fold, and you'll notice when you do this fold, like this line is gonna be exactly where the X meets, so that's perfect. Now we're gonna come back to the front, and basically we have, you might be familiar, we have the triangle base sort of structure. So it's just gonna pinch these two creases together first, these two creases together, and then the top will naturally wanna come down like that. So just to basically make sure that your fold works. And one last step before we jump ahead is we should also fold this point to that middle point as well. Like this. And then do that again. It's much easier this way, I find. If you were to fold this after you did this, it'd be really hard tucking everything in, so you might as well just fold it in before. But yeah, since you've got all the creases for the triangle base-like structure, I'm gonna repeat what I just did again. So these two pinch and then bring the top down like this. This is gonna be the head of the cat. Okay. And so now we have these two flaps. With these two flaps, I'm gonna fold the ear in like this, aligning with the edge here. I'm doing it for both sides. And then we're gonna open those layers up, and we're just gonna sort of do an inside reverse fold like this, based on the crease we already have. Like push that crease in, but then opening this pocket, and then this pocket just gently pinch slants like this, and then fold it back down. So essentially, I'll show you again. I made creases that folded to the middle, and I opened the creases. I sort of lifted this layer, pushed those creases in between the layers, and in the top I squeezed slants so that this head kind of has a diamond shape. I don't want to fold this slant like here. I don't want the crease to end all the way in the middle. I want to leave a little bit of a gap like this. If you can mimic what I have, it should be pretty easy. I'm just gonna fold it gently down, and you can kind of see the shape of the head of the kitten. And now to separate the ears, because the ears right now still have these two blocks, and it's not sort of alone. The ears are not separated. And what we want to do is fold the head over, and then this edge here we're going to align with this slant, so like this, and then make that crease hard. I'm going to fold that crease only to the middle line here, and then if you pinch the ear in half like this, if you pinch this thing in half, you'll see the head should naturally go back like that. Show you one more time. So essentially our model looked like this before. I folded the head over, aligned this edge to the outer slant, and then I pinched the ear so it's a triangle. Pinch, 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 and then I close the head back to where the original form was. And you see now the ear is pointy. Same thing on this side. So I'm just gonna fold that slant first. So this along with this, like this. And then pinch that ear so it's a triangle. You're essentially just pinching this corner in half. And then sort of bring the head back to what it's supposed to look like. There we go. So this is the head, which is basically completed. Now we're going to fold the body, and to do that, we just need to fold the model in half like what I'm doing here. And you see this vertical line here? I'm gonna leave a little gap when I do this. So I'm just gonna fold maybe that much, leave a little gap here, and then align the top slant with the corner here. So you don't want to do this. This is a common mistake that can be made. So you don't want to do that. You do want to leave a little gap for the size of the body. But this part should be at the corner, like that. I'm gonna make a pinch, and then I'm gonna open this back up, and then fold inside, reverse fold, like this. So you see how we left a little gap here, and then also aligned to this corner. And we're just gonna gently open up this inside reverse fold from here, and then just fold the tail all the way up, like that. So just a flat fold up, and then close it back. And then we're basically almost done. You might wonder, this looks like almost like a mouse. How does this look like a cat? And there's one last step that we can do to make it three-dimensional. So notice how there's still that slant here, and then the slant is here as well. So what we want to do is sort of fold right on those slants. You're gonna fold through 2 layers here, okay? You're gonna fold through 2 layers, fold right on those slants, like this. So the slant over here, I'm gonna fold right on it, and then same thing on this side. This fold right on that slant, just pinch it down, and then that way you see the head is gonna come down like that. So it was like this before. I folded the slants on either side, and the head will come down like this. And then you can just adjust a little bit. It's not gonna lay flat like this. It's not gonna lay flat. The head will kind of lean forward a little bit, but that's what you want. So it looks three-dimensional. And then the last step is you're just gonna fold the tip of the chin here. You're gonna fold it back. So the head looks a little rounder, like a little cat. And you know how I said earlier that both of those things can be folded back? Well, you can also leave one unfolded and just fold one slant, like for example this one, and the head will point towards you like this way. If you did this one and left the other one unfolded, then the head will lean this way. So it's all up to you what you want to do with this model. But essentially, this is the three-dimensional kitten. So I really hope you guys liked this model, and let me know how you felt about this in the comments, and I'll see you soon with another model. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.